Marry him if he has these 4 qualities. Hey Rajam, welcome back again to my channel. If you're stopping by for the first time, you're highly welcome. My name is Dicy, and on this channel, I help young adults navigate their life. So hit the red subscribe button below and join this our family. Let's keep growing together. On today's video, I'll be sharing with you guys 4 qualities to look out for before saying I do to that man or before walking down the aisle. I hear a lot of ladies say things like, oh, you're not really at advantage when it comes to picking a life partner, because I mean, you have to wait to pick from the guys who approach you. Especially in this kingdom, we do not necessarily go after the men and say, oh, I like you, I want to marry you. But if you look at the flip side of it, I think you are more at advantage as a woman, because you have the power to say yes or no. So among all of those 1001 men that are coming to say, oh, I love you, this, that, you have the power to choose who you decide to crown king. The Bible said that a virtuous woman is a crown unto her husband. So who do you want to put that crown on? These 4 boxes, I feel like that man must have checked these 4 boxes before he will come and say that, oh, I want to get married to you. And before you too, we now decide that, oh, I want to marry you. Make sure that he checks these 4 boxes. The first box is he a believer? But this time around, I'm going to switch it a little bit and say, does he have the presence of God in him? Does he have a personal relationship with God? The first thing that God gave man was his presence. When God created man, he carried him and he put him in the Garden of Eden. And when we look at the Garden of Eden, today in the world, nobody has told us that, oh, they found where the Garden of Eden is. So I like to think that Eden in itself is God's presence. So that man that you are vetting, that man that you are looking at, oh, could this be this? Does he really have the presence of God? And you too, as a man that is watching this video, have you built a relationship with God? You want to have that presence of God before you go and meet somebody's daughter and even say that, oh, I want to marry you. And you, that girl that is looking out for, oh, I want to pick a life partner, is Femi exhibiting the fruit of the Spirit? Are you seeing that, oh, Femi loves the Lord? I don't want to dwell much on that, because I have a video on this channel where I've spoken about knowing if the person is really a believer or is just a churchgoer. I'm going to link it up here. The next quality you want to look out for before saying I do to that man is, does he have work? What does he do for a living? After God puts man in the Garden of Eden, the next thing he gave him was work. He told him that, oh yeah, Adam, come and start naming all the animals. And anything that Adam called them, they became. So you, Brother Femi, you want to go and marry Sister Chinenye, and you don't have work, you don't have anything you are doing. You are just living your life based on faith. I know we work by faith, not by sight, but even God knew that man needed work. Do you have something that you earn a living from? Do you have something that you give in exchange for money? Do you have any value that you give in exchange of money? Brother, and you too, that girl, some of you are just so funny these days. Young ladies, you allow your emotions to just overcloud you and you marry potential. If you are a young lady in this generation, please do not marry potential. Let me repeat myself. Do not marry potential. Make sure that you are marrying someone for who they are now first, whilst you are praying for them to become better. Marry them first for who they are before saying I do. You guys are funny. How are you in love with someone's future that you are not even sure if he's going to get there? He's telling you potential. Oh, baby, you know, I have some few things going on for me. I have something I'm working on. You know, this kind of boys, they always have something they are working on, but I mean, it never produces results. If you meet that kind of guy, run away from him. He doesn't have work. When you ask him, what do you do for a living? You say, you know, I'm just trying to put 1 and 2 together. Run away from him while he's still trying to put 1 or 2 together. Go and look for what you'll be doing with your life. Do you understand? If you don't have work as a man, you have no business trying to fall in love. Do you understand? Because even God understood that it's a man needed to have something doing before he gave him a woman. So go and get busy, Brother Femi. Go and look for what you use your life and do, and stop always trying to put 2 and 2 together. Surely this Enugu men, you should not come for me. When I was in university, a lot of these Enugu boys cracked me up, because sometimes I meet them and I'm like, what do you do for a living? What's your work? What's your job? And they're like, you know, boys are trying to hold body, and so I'm like, sorry. Go and try to hold your body and soul down there, not over here. So my girlies, do not be deceived. If that man do not have a work, say no, because you are gonna pay bills. Some of you might think that, oh, you're earning a lot of money. At the long run, you might begin to resent that man, because I mean, he will not be able to provide your needs. Obviously, you want to start having kids for people that want to have kids. Do you know how much diaper costs? Do you know how much baby formulas cost? And you want to marry a man that is jobless, a man that does not have work? Oh, please. If you really love him and you want to help him, ginger him to go and get a work. Let him go and look for what to use his life and do. Okay? The next quality you want to look out for in that man is that, can that man groom? can he cultivate? Every man have an idea of the kind of woman they want. Now look at the life of that man. Is he a man that when they give him the raw material, he's going to come up with a finished product? When we look at the book of Genesis chapter 2 verse 15, when God placed the man in the garden, he told him that he should tend and keep the garden. That means, in other words, Adam was cultivating the garden. He was grooming the garden. He was watering the garden. He was making input. He was making sure that, oh, the things that were in the garden continued to flourish. So that man that you are looking out to, saying I do too, do you think that he's somebody that can nurture you? Do you think that he's somebody that can help you grow? Do you think he's somebody that when you are with, he will bring out the best in you? I've had the opportunity to listen to a lot of powerful women talk, and most of them just have this thing of attributing a huge part of their success to their partners, especially their husbands, because you hear them say things like, oh, when I married this man. Take for instance, I remember listening to Pastor Mildred one time, and she was saying something like, oh, when she got married to her husband, PK, he kept on telling her that, oh, this woman, you're not supposed to be behind me, you're supposed to see beside me. He saw things in her that she didn't even know that she possessed. He saw so much potential in her. He saw what she could become, and he nurtured it, he groomed it, and made her into the woman that she is today. And even Mama Funke Adejimo, when you hear her talk, she says the same thing. In fact, she went to school in her husband's house. She became a graduate in her husband's house. Her husband gave her a good, conducive environment to flourish. It's very important for you to be with a man that will not just let you fly, but will help you fly. It's very important for you to marry a man that you can see that when they put something in his hand, it will not die. That talent, that gift that God has put in you, does that man look like somebody that can help you nurture it? Even Mama Ibukun Awoshika, I was listening to her the other time, and she said she was about a year plus in business before she went into marriage. So everything she has achieved in business, all the success that she has attained, she attained it in her husband's house. So if you are with that man that you see that he cannot cultivate, in fact, the little that you are trying to cultivate, you are seeing that he's trying to kill it. He's trying to die it down. My love, you want to pack your bags and run, and don't pick such a man. Christ loved the church so much that he was ready to give up his life for her. Christ was ready to do anything to see that the church flourished, to see that, oh, this kingdom is made manifest on earth. Like, Christ was ready. That man also should be ready, because I mean, he's supposed to model Christ to you. He's supposed to love you like Christ loves the church. So if you are with that man, you've been with someone for 6 months, 12 months, and you're not seeing any impact that they are making in your life, I am afraid. I am afraid you want to reconsider your decision, okay? Because even when Christ was leaving the earth, he said, oh, I am going to send you a helper that will be here with you. I'm not leaving you. I'm going to give you a helper that will be here with you to help you. Is that man ready to nurture you? Is he ready to cultivate you? Is he ready to groom you? That's why they call you groom on the wedding. They don't be say, they call you groom to be, and you are not even ready to groom. You're not even ready to groom the ordinary flower that is growing in your backyard, let alone a full-blown human being. Okay, it's important for you to be with a man who will nurture you and let you flourish and bloom. The next quality to look out for in that man before saying I do is that man a protector? Another thing that God did when he put man in the garden is that he asked the man to guard the garden. Can that man protect you? That is why men are more built than women. Physically, they are muscular and all these things. All those muscles, God did not give it to you to use and abuse the woman. He gave it to that man to use and protect her, to use and make sure that he keeps her safe. Okay? So you now, that man that you are with, his own muscle, instead of him to be using it to protect you from the world, can he protect you spiritually? Can he protect you financially? Can he protect you emotionally? Be looking at all those aspects too, okay? It's not only financial security that you need spiritual security as well. It's so good. Like, I feel like the sweetest thing is for you to just walk into a man praying for you and like just being a covering for you, like somebody that you've chosen that, oh, this person is our head. You just hear this person wake up at night and is praying for you. There's nothing that can ever sweet you past that one, because you know that, oh, you have a covering, you have somebody that in the spirit realm, he's protecting you. Not the one that you are with, small thing that you have done, he cannot even protect you from the world. At any slightest opportunity, he wants to bring you out and give the word so that the world can make mockery of you. Some of you, they even beat you now. That was how the other time I went for single summit in church in February. And one lady asked this question, and I'm very sure that she was the one in that situation. She said that, oh, if you are with a guy, he's a Christian, he loves you, and you can see that he loves you, he provides all your needs, he does everything for you, but then he beats you whenever he's angry, what should you do? Why are you still there asking that kind of question? Pack your bags, remove your slippers, you can for year. Take off, and while at it, do not look back. Why are you there asking? People can just ask some very funny questions. Somebody that God has given all these muscles and powers to protect you, now is using it to punch you. Eh? Small thing, small quarrel, he will slam the door. Small quarrel, he will hit the table. Small quarrel, he will break the TV. Mm-mm. And you are there. Well done. Oh. Thinking that when you marry him, you will change him. Destiny changer. You see my gender, eh? You putting that you can change people. Eh? Destiny changer. If you think changing the world is that easy, my gender, you push you gather and come. Let us even change the situation of Nigeria. Stop it. So if a man does not have all these qualities, don't even consider having him as a boyfriend or courting him or even marrying him. Because you know why? These are all the things that God gave man, made sure that man had before he did what? Before he brought him a woman. God already gave Adam his present. God already gave Adam work. God already gave Adam the task to nurture. And God already gave Adam the task to guard. And he did all those things very well. It was as he was doing them that God now saw that, Kanipe is not good for Adam to remain alone. Let me go and make him somebody. He now said, oh yeah, come, go and sleep. Let me come out one of your rib and we'll make you one fine girl. When Adam now woke up from his slumber, saw the guy say, bone of my bone. Adam did not even know that he needed helpmeet. Do you know? So that man should be doing all these things. He should be busy with his life. He should have all these qualities. God could have just brought Adam Eve after he put him in the Garden of Eden. But no, he needed to make sure that Adam checked all these boxes. He needed to make sure that Adam met up to the criteria and specification to being a good husband and a good father before he carried Eve and gave to him. So you, young lady, the ball is in your court. You have the right to say yes and no to anybody. But make sure that the person you are saying yes to. Let me not talk too much. Thank you guys so much for watching this video up until this point. If you did enjoy it, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're not. And until next time, you guys keep staying safe. I will see you in another video. Bye.